So Stuart, a good win this afternoon in our first game this year in the Scottish Cup. Your thoughts overall on the game?
Absolutely delighted. I think sometimes you come into these ties and you've got everything to lose and nothing to gain. And they've come off the back of a couple of results as well. So we've had them watched a couple of times. So we knew that they'd be a threat, but I thought we would start the games really professional. We'll get 2 goals off 2 set pieces, which is great for us. And then it settles you down a little bit. Obviously, you're still nervy because it's the Scottish Cup. We know the importance of getting into the next round tomorrow. So and I thought second half the boys were excellent. Scored a good goal with Blair. And then we've got a couple of great chances just to get that fourth one to really put the icing on the cake. But we never scored. But ultimately, a clean sheet, which is great for the back four again. And yeah, we're over the moon. Ultimately, you come to these games, as I say, and you could score first. And fair play to them, even at 3-0, they were still throwing everything at us. So I thought we held on well without being overly stretched at the back. I can't remember Cammy having to make a big save within the game. So from that perspective, it was great.
Yeah. And you talk about the good start, and Aidan played a big part in that with an assist and a goal.
Yeah, it's something we spoke about all week, and certainly I've spoken already about how we're not going to be complacent coming into this game because we know what's at stake for the football club. So certainly that was drilled into the boys, and you've seen their professional work at the start of the game. Start the game great with a couple of great deliveries from Carl, and it's nice to score set pieces. We've been working hard and worked hard this week on them as well. So it's great when it's bearing fruit, I guess, as such that we're going to score off a couple.
Yeah. And then to have had such a good start and get those kind of 2 early goals, were you concerned at all that the rest you get to half time and you haven't managed to build on that?
Yeah, it'd be nice to score a third goal. Of course, it would before half time, but ultimately we want to make sure we don't lose any goals because we've all been here before, and I'm sure Benburb manager will be the same. That when you're 2-0 down, and all of a sudden it just takes one bit of luck or one bit of skill or one mistake from us, and it's 2-1 and it's game on. So ultimately, the main emphasis was not to lose a goal. So we're not trying to pour too many men forward at that stage. Got a couple of goals, so it's a case of still got enough up front that we can go and hurt them in areas of the park. So yeah, it was. I'm not saying it was comfortable, but we're fairly happy with our work at 2-0.
Yeah. And you mentioned the deliveries from Callum at the start of the game, and coming off the back of him winning man of the match last week. I thought today he just kind of built on that and was very strong in the middle of the
Yeah, I think his reaction to being out of the team for a couple of weeks has been brilliant. He trained really hard for them 2 weeks that he wasn't starting, and you see the form he's producing now. He's a vital member for us. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. And then looking forward tomorrow now to the
Great.
draw, the big guns coming in. What would your ideal?
I think from a club's perspective, obviously you want a big Premier League club away from home, and that's absolutely understandable. And we always love that challenge.
Would you rather a winnable game and get one round?
I think, yeah, you could be at home against maybe a team because there's a few results, but ultimately, I think we would probably take a big team away from home would suit us all.
Yeah. And then obviously going back now to the league next week, getting back into league business, tricky away tie to Celtic.
Yeah, it's on me, and we'll work hard this week because ultimately we'll come off a good run before. I think it was 6 games unbeaten, and then we went into that bad run there. So we're now 4 unbeaten, but we need to build on that. And it starts on Tuesday night when we get the boys back in, and we'll get them focused on Celtic because it's a big game for us. We know that. And then we've got the 2 games in the 4 days with the KDM as well. So we'll make sure we're ready certainly for Celtic first. That'll take care of itself.
Yeah. Just finally, a couple of bodies missing today. Can you give us any kind of update on it?
Kerr and Mateus have been ill all week, so that was the reason they weren't in the squad. Andy's away in personal matters overseas, and Gibble wasn't allowed to play. They didn't want him cup tied, so that was the reason for that. But it's great when we've got 6 academy players on the bench today, which is really exciting. Young Archie's come on a lot, and he was even that 5 minutes. You've seen his ability when he come on the patch. It was great for him to get on. Kyle just continues to impress in training and in games when we see him playing. So certainly, David's hard work is now paying off. We can see them coming through, and it's great.
Perfect. Thanks,
Cheers, Brian.